Good evening and welcome back to Edu Skills OET Made Easy. Our mission is to make you fall in love with OET. If you're watching this on YouTube, kindly consider subscribing to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like our work and share to your contacts so that we reach out to maximum number of OET aspirants, especially those who are financially struggling to crack OET. All the services at Edu Skills are free of cost. We don't charge for any of our services. And if you need any further details, please look into the description. All the details and the links of the previous Zoom session recordings are given below. And today we are looking into OET reading part B. Cool, keep smiling. So reading part B, skill. This is sample 3 question 2. Transfer of patients. This is from the official material. Thank you OET for allowing me to use this material for teaching purpose. And the strategies, clues or tips that we are going to use is modal verb, elimination of absolutes, tense, synonymous language, paraphrasing, and ignore the subject complements. So already we have taught some strategies to you. Among those several strategies, we will be using these 6 in this one particular question. And here the focus is mainly for the volunteers and the supporting group members, how you can analyze, how you can prepare for your discussions, daily discussions, and all those things. So we have a detailed analysis of the particular question. So let's just listen to this system reading. Listen and read simultaneously.
Sample 3.2. According to the guidance notes, all staff involved in transferring patients from critical to general care must obtain all necessary consent from any interested parties, ensure that the patient's personal care plan is also transferred, make arrangements for ongoing cooperation once the transfer is complete. Transfer of patients 1.15. The critical care area transferring team and the receiving ward team should take shared responsibility for the care of the patient being transferred. They should jointly ensure that there is continuity of care through a formal structured handover from critical care area staff to ward staff, including both medical and nursing staff, supported by a written plan. The receiving ward, with support from critical care if required, can deliver the agreed plan. 1.16. When patients are transferred to the general ward from a critical care area, they should be offered information about their condition and encouraged to actively participate in decisions that relate to their recovery. The information should be tailored to individual circumstances. If they agree, their family and carers should be involved.
Okay, let's
Yes,
have a look
Father.
into the question now. According to the guidance notes, all staff involved in transferring patients from critical to general care must. So how do you analyze this? What is important here? Hedging words. Hedging
All
words.
staff.
All staff, all
Someone
staff.
is, one is all staff
All
because
staff.
they are supposed to do something, right? Who is supposed to what? All staff.
All
Okay.
staffs.
And then do what? The other thing is
Transferring
transferring patients. Yeah, transferring patients is important. Yeah. Now coming to the options. Tell me what is hedging words or the keywords expressions in the part options A, B, C.
All necessary
All
consent.
necessary consent.
Okay. So do you have any strategy here?
Yes.
Absolute.
Absolute.
Absolute means what you have to do?
We can
Eliminate.
eliminate.
How many absolutes are there?
Two are there.
Two absolutes. So yeah, so automatically the option is eliminated. Let's check whether our elimination is correct. We'll check later. Second one, ensure that the patient's personal care plan is also transferred. What is important here?
Personal care
Yeah,
plan.
patient's
Personal
personal
care
care plan. Yes,
Care
exactly. And ensure also will be important. We'll have to look into it. Ensure because must is there. Here there is must. Somebody highlighted earlier. Must is there. Okay. The third one is
Make arrangements. Ongoing cooperation.
Ongoing cooperation when?
Transfer is
Once the transfer is complete, means this is speaking about something after the
transfer.
But what is the question according to the guidance notes? All staff involved in transferring patients. Transferring patients is the present progressive. What's happening now? Okay.
Yes.
What you should do now? Present tense. Present. Now this one is third one is after transferring. Transfer is over. Now what should be done? So will it be in this paragraph? Or text? No, that
No.
cannot be because of the different tense. You can say, let's see. So we will check it up. The important thing I said, heading is very important. Transferring patients and transfer is very, very important. Okay. So the idea is transfer of patients. Now coming to the text, anything that you feel striking?
Topic sentence, transferring team.
Transferring team.
Yeah, transferring
And
team.
the receiving ward team. Now, in the question STEM, do you have any synonymous of transferring team, receiving ward team?
Yes,
All
staff.
all staff.
All staff.
All staff is the synonymous of transferring
Transferring
team and the receiving ward team.
Team.
Should take shared responsibility for the care of the patient being transferred. They should jointly ensure. Now here it is must, right? In the question statement, STEM, it is must. Whereas here it is should. You see, should ensure. Should ensure means ensure is
Must.
yeah, ensure means must.
Yeah.
Should ensure. Should it gives the meaning of must.
Must.
Should ensure. Should make sure means must. Okay, should gets the power of must. So that is another aspect you'll have to be cautious about. So ensure means equivalent of must. Okay. Now, there is continuity of care through a formal structured handover from critical care area staff to ward staff. Ward staff, including both the medical and nursing staff, supported by a written plan. Anything striking?
Written plan.
Written plan, okay. Equivalent of
Personal
which?
care.
Personal care. Okay, written plan is synonymous of personal care. Anything else? A formal
Structured
handover. What does it mean?
To personal care plan.
Personal care plan. Personal care plan. Actually, we have seen that first one is two absolutes, so we eliminated. Third one is actually speaking about what has to be done after the transfer, but the question is not about after the transfer, but being transferred. During the transfer, what is to be done? Okay, so you feel there is answer here. There is continuity of care through a formal structured handover from critical care area staff to ward staff. Here you can eliminate this, ignore the subject complements so you can save time. Ward staff supported by a written plan. A formal structured handover, a written plan is equivalent of personal care plan. So now coming to this second paragraph, when patients are transferred, what does it mean?
After transferring.
After transfer.
After transfer.
They are not asking about after transfer. They are asking during the process of transfer. So should we read this portion?
No need.
That's not required. So you save time. Even otherwise, you are sure
No
the
need for
answer is here. Now this is just how to find the answer. But now we'll be going step by step to understand what is to be done, how the steps have to go. Step one. I am showing you in detail because you have to practice this way. You have to teach in your discussions step by step. Then only you'll be able to develop the competency permanently and effectively. Step one, find the topic or the title. Immediately, as soon as you go into that particular question or text, you have to look into the title of the text. That gives the idea. What is it speaking about? Here, transfer of patients is the title and transfer is the main aspect. The main concept is transfer. That is step one. Step two, skim the questions for hedging words. We have already done it. Let's just check transfer of patients, hedging words. What are the hedging words? Concept based and differentiating. I told you there are two types of hedging words. The better you understand the hedging words, easy to find out the answers. So here you see, first one is, what is the concept based hedging words? In the first one, it is interested parties. Second one is transfer. Third one is when the transfer is complete, after transfer, which means after transfer. First one is speaking about interested parties. Second one speaks about transfer of patients. Third one speaks about after transfer. So from the very concept-based hedging words, what should be the answer? Transfer. Second one, which means the whole title. That's what I said. You should look into the title first. So the title speaks about transfer, not about the interested parties, not what is after the transfer, but during the transfer. Now, differentiating hedging words. Hedging words means keywords. Consent. First one is consent, all necessary consent. Second one is personal care plan. Third one, ongoing cooperation. So these are the differentiating hedging words. So while transfer, should you look into the consent aspect or personal care plan? And in general, from your general knowledge, while transferring a patient, what you do? You transfer the care plan as well, right? In general, that's what you do. Definitely. That's attached to your duty or profession. Naturally, you do it. So even from your general sense, you can understand the answer. You need not go into all these analysis, but we are doing it in detail so that we are able to analytically look into the whole aspect of the competency. Now, step number 3, scan the text for the answer. Okay, we have skimmed the questions for edging words. Step 3, scan the text for the answer. When you scan, as I taught you in the previous session, if you are there are 5 steps. First step, find the topic. Again, just read the topic, focus on the topic, because that's very important, the title or heading. Step 2, identify the opening sentence, that is a topic sentence. What does it speak? Normally, the gist or the main idea of the whole text or the paragraph is in the topic sentence, that generally it is in the first sentence. Step 3, identify the paragraph structure. As I told you, what is the structure of the paragraph? That we will see in detail. Step 4, scan the text for the answer. Now you have to scan the text for the answer. Step 5, analyze the text and answer options. So this is how we go about. We have already done all these steps, but we are going step by step to understand that we have been going through these steps. If you are teaching the normal OET aspirants, you'll be teaching only the first aspect, what we did. We'll be analyzing the questions and the text, then we'll be finding out the answer, that's all. But now I am teaching in detail because you have to support others. You are guiding and leading the discussions and other parts so that you can make it more powerful and competitive. Step 4, identify the paragraph structure. See, what is the structure of the paragraph? See, transfer of guidance memo. Here it is about guidance, because the question reads, it's about guidance to someone to do something. Okay, this is the heading paragraph. We are looking into the paragraph structure. This is the topic sentence. The critical care area transferring team and the receiving ward team should take shared responsibility for the care of the patient being transferred. Being transferred is important. It controls the whole tense of the text. Who should do it? The topic sentence says the critical care areas transferring team and the receiving ward team. So it's a guidance to do something. So who should do is the question. Second one, when they should do. When something is to be done while transferring the patient being transferred. What should be done? Duty explained. Now we said there should be something done. They are asking guidance is given to do something. So who has to do what and when? Now what should be done? Duty explained. Duty number 1, duty number 2. 2 duties are explained, so one of them must be the answer. Next one is after the transfer is complete in the past tense, so it's not relevant for us. Okay, again, it speaks about should, not, must. It's not speaking about must. It's a suggestion. Second paragraph is only a suggestion or recommendation or advice, whereas first paragraph speaks about mandatory duty that you have to do. 2 duties. So this is advisory. Okay, guidance, who should do? I'm explaining same thing again. Who should do? Second one, when the thing should be done, the duty or the thing, particular thing, what they have said, when it should be done, what should be done, duty explained, duty 1, duty 2. Then if you have duty 3, one of these must be the answer. This is providing structure or the cohesion and coherence aspect. That's of the structure of the paragraph. This I have put in a schema now. So we have earlier we have seen, normally in the paragraph text, they give you a point or a problem, then reasons may be discussed, reasons 1, 2, 3, and one of these reasons must be the answer. Otherwise, there could be another structure, a point or a problem is given, then solutions are discussed, solution 1, solution 2, solution 3. One of these solutions will be the answer. And other structure could be, we said benefits, then advantages or whatever. Benefit 1, benefit 2, benefit 3, benefit 4. One of these benefits will be the answer. And the other structure could be advantages. Advantage 1, 2, advantage 3. So one of these advantages will be the answer. So this is how we go about. Step 5, analyze the text and answer options. That's the real analysis. See, according to the guidance notes means guidelines given. Guidelines always tell somebody should do something. So all staff, who has to do? All staff involved in transferring patients from critical to general care must, that we have already seen, obtain all necessary consent from any interested parties, ensure that the patient's personal care plan is transferred, make arrangements for ongoing cooperation once the transfer is complete. This is not given, this is past tense. Okay, and here, continuity of care through a formal structured handover from critical care area staff to ward staff supported by a written plan. So that answer we have already analyzed, so we will not go into detail. That's clear, right? Okay, what should be done? The question is, what should be done? the guidance says what should be done. And here, first strategy should be who should do? All staff involved. Synonymous of the critical care area transferring team and the receiving ward team. All staff involved in transferring patients from critical to general care must. The synonymous is ensure, should ensure. And here below, who should do? Subject not mentioned. In the second paragraph, when patients are transferred to the general ward from a critical care area, they should be offered information about their condition. They are speaking about the patients who are transferred. They are not speaking about any information being transferred. They are not speaking about a duty of the staff, all staff. So the second paragraph doesn't say who should do it. Normally, here all staff involved must do it. So the subject is not mentioned. That itself says it's irrelevant. And modal verb. Now you see must synonyms. Some synonyms I am identifying. Must means one thing we have seen now. Ensure, should ensure, ought to means must, have to means must, required to means must, necessary to do something means must do, obliged to do something, essential to do something means must do. All these are the synonyms of must, the modal verb must. So if these words appear, that means it's a synonymous, that's same as must. And also you can say if some word like precondition comes, that is also synonymous of must. And prerequisite, imperative, you got to do it, obligation, mandatory. So these all are synonymous expressions of must, the modal verb must. So when you have, even if you have a sure, should and ensure, any of these words along with should, that means must. Should ensure, you ought to do it, you have to do it, you should necessarily oblige, all those words. So you have modal verb, you had ensure, the synonymous must, elimination you had, all and any, tense you had, present tense and past tense, present progressive and past tense, synonymous language you have seen, then paraphrasing, ignore the subject complements. Elimination of absolutes, that's clear, but we are just looking at it again to highlight. Absolutes are these, all and any interested parties. Obtain all necessary consent from any interested parties. That result from your general sense, doesn't make any sense. There'll be so many interested parties. Strategies tense, here you see, transferring patients, ensure that the patient's personal care plan is also transferred while transferring the patients. Once the transfer is complete, when patients are transferred, the past tense. So looking at the tense as well, you can eliminate. Synonymous language, continuity of care through a formal structured handover supported by a written plan, personal care plan. In the option B speaks about continuity of care through a formal structured handover supported by a written plan. Simply said, the synonymous language used is personal care plan. And paraphrasing, see, they should jointly ensure that there is continuity of care through a formal structured handover supported by a written plan. The option B is the paraphrasing of this statement. Ensure that the patient's personal care plan is also transferred. Ignore the subject complements. You see, in two places you have subject complements, including both medical and nursing staff, that is not required within brackets. And after the comma, the receiving ward with support from critical care if required. That's also is a complement not required. So such things can be eliminated so that you can save time. And secondly, you can understand better when it's not very long or complicated. That's it. As simple as that, as sweet as that. How is your learning going on?
Good, thank you,
Those-
Father.